Good morning, y'all. I just did a little short a few minutes ago, and uploaded it and everything. And I just now got home from the store, and I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit longer before I go up in the house and start my day. Okay, so I didn't get a chance to finish saying what I was gonna say because when I was on my way from the store, something just jumped in my bones. You know what I'm saying? And I have to get this out, and if I don't get this out, I'm gonna forget it. Okay, because I'm fired up right now. Because once you feel God in the spirit, you have to hurry up and execute it. Do whatever it is that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to catch him while he's available. You know what I'm saying? You have to catch him while he's available. And see the way though, and the way you could catch him while he's available is like in the wee hours in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Early in the morning. You know that saying when they said early bird catches the worm, they ain't lying about that. That is right dead on. But anyways, what I was saying, to continue from the video that I did, we sit up and we wait on God. But God is already at the finish line waiting on us. Stop. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to naysayers. Because see, the ones that's sitting up, that's telling you things or whatever, those are the ones ain't doing nothing for themselves. They ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw out of. They just sitting around on the sidelines watching, paying attention. Like them crows waiting for you to drop a bone or a crumb so they can come down and swoop. And they ain't worked for it at all. But the main ones sitting up trying to give you key points on how to become successful when they're not even successful. That cracks me up. But anyways, pay attention to God. Pray. Because right now we're in a dark time. And I don't know if it was just me, but from this past week that I have been, God spoke to my heart and told me to go to this certain location, right? So when I went to that first location, now the owners of the truck came and visited me for 2 days. They came and blessed me with their presence, and I thank God for them so very much. They didn't have to do none of that, but they did. And the wife, Miss Anna, she's so adorable. And her husband, Cornelius, he's so adamant. And their daughter, too. He is so adamant on what he's doing. And you know how you are a veteran, and then you get these rookies, like in the military, you're a veteran, but then you have people that come in that are rookies, and you train them to get to where you at. Now you have some that make it hard on you to get to where they at, because they had a hard time getting to where they at, so they want to make it hard for you to get to where they at. But then you have some that's welcome, that's pretty much honored to give you the information. You know how you. Okay, I'm gonna give you a demonstration. You know how the older people that's older than you and everything, and they didn't been through something, and they didn't see stuff. And they be on the porch, and you be sitting there, in the summertime or whatever, and you sit down beside their leg or whatever, and they tell you old stories. You know what I'm saying? To try to coach you, So they tell you stories or how they became. Because right at this point, they already retired. They sitting there, they happy, they retired. But sometimes they get lonely. And so they want to share what they know. They want to share their gifts. They want to share their knowledge. And that's why it's very good to go to like these nursing homes and sit down with these elderly people and see how you pick their brain for a minute and see how they live their lives, because I'm quite sure their lives were great. But see, society tells us that, oh, they're old. Oh, that's back in the old days. Oh, they old. No, we can learn something from them. We can learn something from them. Because we get the best believe if it worked for them, it'll work for you. If it worked for them, it'll work for you. I say it again. If it worked for them, it'll work for you. But see, sometimes we have too much pride. Now, see, this conversation then went somewhere else. But I'm going to tie this up in a little box. And I'm going to put it to the side and get to the point to where I'm talking about. Because, man, I got a 1 million things going on through my brain right now. But anyways, it took them... we have to learn from the veterans, because that's how I felt when they came and blessed me with their presence. And the first day she came and she blessed me with, I had to get, God laid it on my heart to get up the next morning and call her and tell her, thank you for coming and bless me. Because when she came, it's just like God opened up an hourglass, and I had a great day that day. And this is when God told me to go to this location. I'm going to share the location with you all. And then once, because see, the first time when I did my video, I didn't have no location. I was just, just doing randomly on the side street or something. But I have a location. It's outside of a tavern, and so a tavern / bar, where people, they get drunk, whatever. And then, one of the bartenders, she bought food for me or whatever. And, around that time, and she requested that I come over there. And, it's been very, you have your days. You have your days. But for a couple of days, people was looky-loos, they were looking, because there have been food trucks there before, but they didn't stay long. But guess what? And the reason why it didn't stay long, I do believe the reason why it didn't stay long, they didn't stay long, was probably because they've said, okay, well, there ain't no biting. But that's with anything. And so the first day, glory be to God, I had a good day. Like the day when I did the video and I was showing y'all from the donations that you guys gave me, where I went and bought the food or whatever. I thank God for that. And so that day is when I went there, and I was blessed that day. But then, you have to go and you have to buy products. You got to put back into the, whatever. So basically, I'm not seeing it's not profitable as of yet, but I'm going to stay in there, and I'm going to stay in there, and I'm going to trust God, and I'm just going to, I don't have no time to waste. What am I wasting? And I'm quite sure, I'm just letting you guys know, we don't have time to waste. We're living in a dark time right now. And every time you turn on the TV or social media or something, there's always something on there that's going to make you depressed. Now, I know we're supposed to be looking, I know it's very good and very, very entertaining to look at post. Very good knowledge, looking at the news, but some of that news is just the good stuff that's going on in the world, how people are being blessed, how a homeless family, a single mother and children had got blessed. Somebody blessed them with a house or a car or anything that's good. Anything that's good. You don't hear about those things. You only hear the bad. So who want to sit up and look at, hell, if I want to listen to some bad, I go turn on a horror movie or something. I do like horror movies, by the way. I do. Because it's funny, but I do like horror movies. But anyways, because you like, okay, you could be energetic that day. And you get up, you say, oh, I'm going to have a lovely day. I'm going to have a wonderful day. You turn on the doggone furniture, so soon as you take your phone off that charger and you turn your phone on, the first thing come on is that news. This happened to that person. This happened to that person. This person was diagnosed with this. This person was diagnosed with that. This person ran off the freeway. This person's house burnt down. Yeah. This is you have a recall on this food. You have a recall on that food. This type of food caused this. This type of food caused that. Wearing your headphones too long give you brain cancer. This causes breast cancer. And then if your baby drank this formula, this caused this, you may be entitled for monies, but it's a word that they say, but it cracks me up. You might be entitled to compensation. They tell you all the bad stuff, and then they put the compensation in there. You know why? Because they already know we're in a time where money is scarce. So people gonna say whatever it is there is to say to get a couple of coins because they're not doing good. They're bad on their luck. They're down on their luck. Then they need a couple of coins. So they know they know exactly what to say. Just like this funeral expenses, last final expenses. You could get it now before you pass. Why would I want it? Why? I know insurance is very important. I know. But why? Why is it that important for you to push that out there and say that you can get money, your loved ones? Then they have nerves to quote some Bible scriptures in the sentence why. And they always have a black person telling you this stuff. No. If you don't have to look at this type of stuff, don't look at it. Especially if you're trying to get where you need to be. Now, if you have dreams, you have goals of one day opening up this, and one day doing this, or one day going back to school, or one day becoming a chef, or one day, whatever it is, do it. Do it. The time is now. Do it. Don't let nobody tell you. And listen, if you got to keep your mouth shut till you do it, do it. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't even let your own self stop you. Because sometimes your own mind be trying to tell you, oh, now you're going to look like a fool. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't even listen to that. Rebuke your mind too. Because listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes your mind is an enemy of Christ. I tell you. We get up and say, Lord, hide me from thy enemy. From thy enemy. Take that word and break that word down. Hide me from thy enemy. Hide me from into me. Hide me from myself. When I want to be negative. We are sharpened by our words. I didn't have no money for no food truck. But whatever I asked them, would they be willing to accept monthly? They went for it. That wasn't number God. Because I asked God. I said, because when one of my customers, she at my job, young girl, beautiful girl. She recognized me back in the day, about a year ago. But she had been watching me. And so she the one came to me and told me that. So I said, and I ponder on it. And I kept it in my phone, pictures in my phone. I said, and I ponder on it for I say about 3 or 4 days. Going over and over and over in my mind. And I'm like, oh my goodness, and I told my family members and everything. And, they mean well, they love you. They mean well. But sometimes you can't even listen. You can't even tell them. Because we look at things with the naked eye. I look to the hills where my help come from. My help does not come from, yes, God got to get things through me, to me, through hands of exchange, through people. Do you understand what I'm saying? And God said, be careful, because you never know when you're entertaining angels. God was sent a specific angel down here in the flesh to give you whatever it is that he's trying to get to you. Because if he's trying to get something to you, he's going to get something to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he don't need your help. He doesn't need your help. He's already there. He's already there, and he's waiting on you. Stop waiting for, I need this, I need that. Oh, I need my credit fixed. I need to spend this amount of money. I need to listen. Pray and trust God, and God will send it to you. All he wants you to do is to pray. He said, pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So whatever is in heaven, he's going to bring it down. It's down here on earth available for us. Lord, give me my day. Give me today my daily bread. And you always have to forgive those who trespass against you. Forgive me of my trespasses as I forgive those who trespass against me. Lord, please don't lead me into temptation, but deliver me from evil. For thine is the kingdom, Father God, your kingdom and your glory forever. Amen. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. My sister calling me. Yes, child.
Where are you at?
Sitting out in front of my house doing a video while you interrupting me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, call me later. I'm Dorothy, child.
Oh, Lord, girl, the thing is still going. Bye. Anyways, that's my sister. She's at work. We talk every day. Her crazy self. But anyways, we be sitting, she be sending me TikTok videos. I be sending her TikTok videos, Facebook videos. She at work doing it. I'm at work doing it. I love my sister. But anyways, like I said, we need to trust God and keep the faith, man. I'm not talking about, okay, there's basic faith, and there's over the hill, radical faith, out of this world faith. And when he said you could pray and ask this mountain be thy removed, he's talking about spiritual. You got to be spiritual, moving and shaking. I'm telling you. Me with this food truck, that was some radical faith. I had no idea. But anyways, God gave me, I didn't have the money. To be honest with you, I'm just going to be 100 with you guys. My bills are not paid, but I'm trusting in God. Because this could be able to help somebody. And I know they say, well, don't tell everybody your business. You know what I'm saying? People gonna tell. But you know what? At this point, I don't care. Because, hey, God knows me. God's provider. He's my provider. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. Because, hell, there's a lot of people in the same boat. But the thing about it is, I'm not sitting up here feeling sorry for myself. And this is what my son Terrell told me. He said, Mama, he said, just like Walmart. Walmart decided to open up at a location, and for a minute it probably was slow. They probably got maybe 1 or 2 sales a day. But do you think that Walmart, any business out here, do you think they packed up and went somewhere else and said, oh, and they're not biting over here today. Well, this location, we ain't getting none location. So we might as well get up and we might as well move. We might as well give in. We might as well cave in and quit. No, they stayed in there. Now look at them. They got them everywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? That blessed my soul. And so the day that he told me that, I went out there and I stayed all day long to 2 a.m. Now, the day before, I made $290. The next day, but I had to buy the product, so half of that I had to, do whatever I needed to do for that. So that there went towards whatever bills I had, plus buying the product or whatever. So then the next day, didn't hear nothing. People were walking by looking, but it was just like they were in a haze. You know how they have how you have blinders on, and you see but you can't see them. You have like you have blinders on. And this is how people were walking by, just walking by, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just praying and I'm just praying. And then, it went from praying to faith. And then it went from faith to bold faith. Now at this point, I'm declaring and decreeing in, because I made up my mind to stand and don't give up. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this was day before yesterday. And I stayed, and I didn't get home until 1:30. And it was a good night. And this is what I tell myself when I don't make nothing that day. It's okay. It's okay, because God is still in control. And that's what makes it so powerful, because he's still in control. You cast all your cares. Lord, I cast my cares to you. I don't have to worry about it. Hey, the Lord, it's your problem. You said cast all my cares, for you care. So I'm going to cast all my cares. Just like your children. Your children ain't 1 or 2 o'clock, 1 or 2 or 3, a toddler, or in school, in middle school, and even your kids is in high school or whatever. If they ain't got a job or whatever, they're not worried about the light bill. They're not worried about the food. They're not worried about none of that. You know why? Because they know their parents is going to take care. They know they have radical faith in you. They got radical faith in you. They know without a shadow of a doubt, mama and daddy is not going to let us starve. Unless you're dealing with some type of issue. But other than that, mom and daddy is not going to let us starve. Mom and dad, we're not going to be on the street. Or mom is not going to let us starve. Mom is not going to let us be on the street. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to have that radical faith. Even though it may look dark. Because we're living in a dark time right now. And we got to press through all that. Push people over if you must. Guard your gifts. Guard your babies. Because your gift is your babies. Is your baby. Your babies is multiples. Whatever it is. Stay in the game. Don't stop. Don't cave in. Don't quit. Don't do it. If you want to see an end result, don't do it. God is waiting on you. We sitting there waiting on God. Well, God said. God said. Plaster them feet on the ground and get out there and make something happen. Make something shake. Make something move. Make something tremble. Put your name out there. Because God gave us all gifts and talents. And he said our gifts will make room for you. Your gifts will make room for you. Whatever it is. And don't give up. And don't cave in and don't quit. And always remember, when you pray, things happen. When you pray, mountains move. When you pray, demons tremble. When you pray, angels goes to flight. God told me that years ago, and I've been saying that every day when I remember it, because you know the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So when God, so that's why I had to get on here and say what I needed to say real quick, because see, the devil will come and steal it, because he's a thief. He'll come and steal your thoughts like a thief in the night, because he's a liar, he's a crook, he's a thief. But God is almighty and all-knowing. And just trust him, because he will never let you down. He is Alpha and Omega. I probably told the Omega part up, but y'all know what I mean. I can be real crunchy. I see, I can be real country at times. But I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. And remember, don't give up, don't cave in, don't quit.